210 of the Alpha Tales podcast. You know who it is. You already know what it is. It's your boy, the one and only J double O straightening. And regular programming. We're back Thursday night. And I most definitely gonna make sure I leave her with something.
Nah, I mean, and it's your boy Nicholas D. Harvey, aka Mr. Straight No Chaser, aka Sweeps. Don't worry about me, man. Worry about your blood credit score, your social credit score, your financial credit score, and your personal credit scores, please do. And for the rest of the year. The game's in trouble. Started off small, now they're paying me double.
Oh, listen.
Let me zoom out on my boy Jay.
Listen, I got a little reaction video for you. Yeah, this is actually 2 minutes. If you go into the Actually, let me just send this to you directly. You can play out loud so that the audio can get heard in it.
It's much better. I can see it on mine. This is way better.
Yeah, that's cool. You're going to have to let me know yours.
Yeah. 100.
All right, so if you check your DMs, innit?
Let's have a look then, Johnny. Let's have a little look-see.
So before you watch it,
Yep. Go on, mate.
the first thing is, if that was you, how are you reacting?
We'll say this to Almost End so she can...
Yeah. It's in the DMs. Anyway.
Valentine's night, you came over, made sure you ate. And then when you were finished, you expected me to take your plate.
In the Nigerian culture, you are supposed to take your mother-in-law's plate.
Yes.
If you know you want to marry my son,
don't have to
you are
know.
supposed to respect me.
Mom, can you...
No! Leave me alone!
What's your problem?
Stop it!
Wait, Mom, wait. Now.
No! Stop it! You have to respect me. I'm not your man. She has to respect me.
He respects
She
you.
has to take my plate.
Mom, listen.
Yeah, come on.
Hold on. No,
Listen to me.
Listen to me.
I don't want this.
Mom, listen. Mom, you just right now broke her heart.
She break my heart too. Leave me alone.
Any other day.
Leave me alone. Don't be a whip for a woman.
I'm not being a wolf.
He's not embarrassed the feeling ambassador, okay? Otherwise, why come I embarrassed already?
Whoa, wait.
I don't understand what's
And
going
then
on.
just go.
Nonsense.
And I
It's nonsense. If you want to marry a Nigerian, you have to respect your elder.
Yo! Is that what's going on in the streets?
So when I saw that, I said, boy, that is crazy.
I can't lie, yeah? Mumsy overreacted still.
100%.
Early doors, Mumsy's overreacted.
100%.
Her intentions are pure, though. Her intentions are pure. I'm not going to lie.
Now, the thing is, the reason why I found this so interesting is because that's a lot of people's realities.
Yeah.
In terms of some people's parents are so traditionally over the top. Especially when they're not living in, you get me? They're not living in their homeland, though. They're living in the Western society.
Yeah, they're living in
Modern
a
society,
different setup still.
But obviously, if that was you, firstly, if that was you there, get me, your mom's going off on a mad one.
Yeah.
In front of your partner.
Yeah.
How are you reacting from?
You got to calm the situation down early doors.
How though? That specific situation.
Mumsy's going off.
Going off.
Nah, Mumsy, let's step outside still.
Like she was
No, let's step outside. They're moving mad. You have to first, you got to separate them and calm the whole situation down.
Okay.
Then you got to have a one-to-one with Mumsy.
But how are you
no one
gonna,
around?
it's gotten to the point where she's not even trying to hear, man, fam. So how are you going to
What
separate?
do you mean?
How are you going to calm it down?
Bro, by force. What do you mean? If you have no way to calm it, you have to calm it down. We can do let her just go off and just be like, I'll just let her.
I'm just saying, how are you going to calm her down, innit?
I'm going to talk to her. I'm going to use verbal communication, bro. I'm going to talk to her. I'm going to calm her down. I know my mum better than anyone, so I'm going to calm her down. We're going to have a conversation about it. But she's overreacting still. That's mad. My mum will never.
100%.
That's crazy.
That's of course, I've met your mum as well, so I know that for a fact.
She ain't going to flip out like that. That's crazy. But yeah, we got to chat to her. 100%. How would you go about it?
So for me, I think if it's gotten to that stage, your mum is she's over the top already. So it's like any form of resistance or any form of
going against what she's on.
Yeah, she's just
gonna
gonna
react.
treat it as hostile. Like, no, you're just everyone can get it. You get me?
Anyone can get it. She's gonna treat it as
just get me,
disrespect.
close the eye and just get me blind fire. So I think in that situation, you gotta let your partner say, "Listen, babe, just step out. Let me chat to my mum." I don't think like you can get mum out of your room, fam, unless you carry her physically, fam. You get me, especially if that's
So
like
you're
her
gonna,
house or
you're gonna
something.
tell the missus to step out.
Bro. Especially, if
But
that's
she's
like
not the one. She's not the one. She's not the one going mad though.
But in that moment, that's who you can have a communication with. She's the most calm. She's calm.
But what if she turns around and says, "Yeah, but I'm not wilding out. Your mum is. Get your mum out."
No,
Then what? Then
no,
what?
No, see, you shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said that.
Is that what you say to
in
her?
front of her? Like, that's like putting fuel in the fire.
I know, but think about it. Let's be honest here. These are two women we're dealing with here.
100%.
Anything that we say to them is going to hit them emotionally, especially in that heightened situation. They're going to take it emotionally. So if you go to your missus and say, "Listen, just step out, I'm going to have," she'll be like, "Why me?" Instantly, she's going to be like, "Why are you talking? Why are you coming over here?" When she's the one going, and then at that point,
So, yeah, but that's
it's
peak,
guy
man.
mad.
That's peak. You're not even winning, bro.
You can't win at that
You
point.
might as well start smashing everything.
You're
You get
done.
me?
You're done. You might as well leave yourself. Leave them two in there. Let them just hash it out.
Trust me.
No, it's mad. Still.
That's a peak situation. So, what are you doing to prevent that from happening in the first place?
Prepping my missus on what my mum expects.
Expects.
And also prepping my mum on what she can also expect. So both are not going in blind. So for example, if mumsy's expectations are that when she's finished her food, you as the wife in this situation is gonna come and pick up mumsy's plate. I'm letting you know that's one of her expectations. I might do it though. You know what I'm saying? I might save the bacon if you forget.
No, but see,
I'm letting
if
you
do
know
it,
that.
that can make the situation worse. So, all right, cool. Let me.
Why would it make
Let
it
me throw
worse?
it to you this way. Yeah,
Go on
cool.
then. Bun up. Go on.
Yeah, that's crazy. Still, I was thinking, what did I say? Guys? That's repeating in my head.
Go on, bro.
However, so that situation, yeah, I understand it culturally. Did you get me?
Right,
So,
I don't.
exactly.
Because
So
I don't understand
this is more like
why the missus
from-
would have to do that.
From like an African culture, it's all about like respect, even to the point where like you call your elders like auntie or something like that. Like in your culture, you don't really call.
It's sometimes we do, sometimes we don't, yeah.
not,
But it's
yeah.
more so it's like if it's a friend. So for example, my child will call you Uncle Johnny.
Yeah.
They won't just call you uncle. It will call you Uncle Johnny. So I know in the African culture you don't really use your first name. It's just auntie and uncle, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Full
Well,
stop.
you can, but no
You
one
can,
really
but
says
for the
it.
most part, yeah. No, hardly ever I've ever heard like some of my man or some of my friends call their uncle, and then I know their first name. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's all we probably do in our culture.
Yeah. So like culturally, in terms of like the respect thing, yeah, especially when you go to certain cultures, it's like you're there to serve your elders or your elders, isn't it? So for example, in that situation, get me, everyone's finished eating. It's like culturally is the expectation of, let's say, the woman to then start clearing up the table or clearing up the plates or whatever, do the washing or whatever in it. So it's like from a woman's perspective, your mum is looking out to see if you can carry these expectations out for her son, innit? Because she's thinking like, this is how I've been brought up. Not saying it's right or wrong, but she's just saying this is how I've been brought up. If your dad's finished eating or something, I'm going to go wash your plate. Yeah. So the fact that in your case, he's like, I might step in and try to get me save the day, that'll make the situation worse, because she be like, so you're letting your husband to be wash his own plate? Bro, it'll be a crime. It'll be rap.
But then I also prep my mum on the expectations that she could fall into. I'm like, listen, she's a little bit uncultured at the minute, but she's getting it. She's getting there. So just give her a little bit of leeway if she forgets one or two things. Don't put too much pressure on. So I would do that early doors on both sides to try and avoid that.
Do you know sick about what you said? Yeah, you said obviously your approach is you're going to prep both sides. Whereas most people, if you ask me, I probably said that I'm just prepping my partner. Yeah, you get me? Because Mumsy's mumsy, bro. She's, you get me? We got to do whatever we need to do to make her happy. So you get me? You can have peace in the house. But your approach, obviously, saying, listen, I got to let, you get me? In certain cultures that I've seen, I don't know how well prepping mumsy will go. Yeah. What do you mean she doesn't know how to, you get me? Or just go left, fam? Because it's just, if you're going to marry my son, this is what I expect. That's just how sometimes culturally it comes across, innit? Or the expectation. So sometimes there's no way to prep mumsy.
But in my opinion, there has to be a certain level of understanding, especially if it's someone that's either if they're coming from the outside the culture. They could be like similar cultures, but if it comes from outside the culture and you're coming into a new expectation, my thing is that you can never expect someone to do so. Like you can never expect someone not to cross a line they don't know is there. They don't know the line's there. You can't, and they cross it. It's like, bro, they didn't know it was there though. So you kind of need to, at the very least, let them know that line is there. And then, okay, cool. If they cross it, they cross it. But let them know at first. Otherwise, you're gonna just penalize someone for crossing the line they didn't even know existed.
I fully agree. And again, it goes to the point where, again, when you look culturally, it's nowadays is a bit like accepted, but especially back in the day, and it's still majority of the time when like someone's really strong, like from a culture, if they go outside their culture, or they go dating, or they marry outside their culture, the rest of the family sometimes can give a sideways view. 100%. Sometimes the hardest person to please is the mum, because there's like, especially if it's a son, so for example, if she had a daughter, she can be a bit more lenient, let's say, for example, if the daughter married like someone from a different culture, because naturally you stay more on the mum side. So for example, if she had a daughter, she would think, okay, cool, she's going to get grandkids. The grandkids are going to spend more time with the mum and the mum's mum. So like they can get sort of taught about the culture, right? But if it's like a son marrying into another culture, he's gonna get used to another culture, and that is like the mum will look at it as like, oh, she's losing her son, but not only that, but to like another culture. And because the thing about Africans is like we don't know how to play it cool, fam. Sometimes you get me. We don't know how to like just simmer down a little bit. Like if we don't like something, you know, you feel it. Like, a lot of times, like people make people feel a bit awkward or a bit like uncomfortable. Whereas like certain other cultures, again, this is me just generalizing, innit? Family by family will probably be different. But other cultures, like they know how to tone it down a little bit when there's a new culture, and they don't want to sort of force it into your face. Do you know what I mean? So
that's a fair point still.
Yeah. But that was interesting, fam.
But that's mad. So then, what would you do? So you calm down the missus, you tell the missus to step out of the room.
Yeah. And then after just
handle mumsy.
Chat to mumsy, fam. But the thing is, see, so for that, but I'm thinking for that situation, there's no calming mumsy down. Like there's no getting mumsy to understand. Like she's like the definition of like a really stubborn woman that's stuck in her ways. So like for me, in my opinion, looking at that situation, the only way through this is coming back and someone has to apologize to mumsy. Even though you're not wrong, because in my opinion, the woman
100, she
didn't even do anything wrong.
Missus got to apologize to mumsy to for 100% bring her back down to earth. For her to now relax. She's not going to relax without an apology.
She's going to think you're a disrespectful child and all of that. It's just all long.
You have to respect the elders. At the end of the day, sometimes if it's like the elders win that battle. Even if, listen, just apologize, even if you feel like you're right, because they're older. Do
you hear that though? Because for me, sometimes I struggle with that myself.
I personally, I do hear that, but only to a certain extent of understanding that when someone gets above like the age of like 45, 40, they're stuck in their ways. There's no changing them. There's not really much you can do that's going to affect them, where they're going to, everything they've believed in for the past 30, 40, 50 years of their life, they're going to turn around. What? Because you said, and you've been on here for 25 years. No.
It's not that. It's more around like the apologizing.
Yeah, but
just because.
But that's what I'm saying. So back onto that point, if they have that mindset, and then you cross them or you make them upset about something, instead of you trying to explain to them how it really is and trying to get them to understand something that they're not going to understand because they're stuck in their ways, just apologize. Like just go past it. With that at that point, I've accepted it.
So you find it easy. I find it so difficult to sometimes when I know the other person is wrong, but you just want me to apologize just because they're older. I find it so difficult.
No, I just won't get myself in that situation whatsoever. Where it's like I'm not even gonna battle. There's no point. There's no point because I already know what you're on. You're 45 and up. You're 56, brother. You're stuck in your ways. I'm not gonna just try and sit here and try and go back and forth with you about something I know you ain't gonna stop because you're stubborn, isn't it? That's just how I've painted all of them. If you're 45 and up, I know you're stuck in your ways.
Whoever's like your mum.
Yeah, she's stuck in her ways, bro.
Same thing.
It's not gonna happen. If there's something that pertains to me and what I'm on, it's a bit of a different story. If she thinks I should be on this or I should be doing that, it's like, okay, I understand how you feel, but I'm going my way, and that's it. But if it's something that she believes she should be doing, and then I give her the information and I give her the help and I give her the advice, she doesn't take it because she's stuck in her ways, then fine. I'm not gonna apologize if I know I'm right and you're stuck in your ways, then cool. But no, I ain't apologizing.
Now another situation going off this where a lot of people face. So let's say, for example, your mum don't react in the way that woman reacted.
Yeah.
But let's say, for example, you come, you organize whatever, your partner comes over, and that's like, there's like, I don't know, again, culturally, I don't know if it's like, you guys have it in you, but I think with every mum will have this in it. And the thing is, normally dads are like chilled, like they don't really care. Not that they don't care, but they're probably looking out for different signs. You get me? So if you bring, let's say you bring your girlfriend, your fiance, whoever, you bring your partner home, your mum's gonna start analysing them in terms of like, how are they in the house? Like they want to know, like if they leave a certain room, they look back and make sure it's patterned before they leave. If they had a glass, do they just leave it in the living room, or you get me? They want to basically know that you can look after a home. Yeah. You can be a homely person. Cool. Dads, I think dads are slightly different. Obviously, if you was a guy going to a girl's house, maybe then the dad will be looking onto you. Do you get me? And the dad's gonna be, especially if you go there freaking, he's like, right, you just come in there, you just kick your shoes off, just leave at the bottom of the stairs. Like, you get me? He's like, brother, especially if you're in the dad's house, you're getting a bit too comfortable for him. You get me? You need to show that level of respect. Yeah. However,
yes.
How does your mum approach you if she did, in terms of like, Nick, your partner, like, certain things that she just needs to pick up on, or this is what I noticed she needs to do better at this.
I think same way any mother would. When you're in the kitchen, you catch her in the kitchen.
You say just random thing. You just went to get something from the fridge.
Yeah, you went to get something. I've been meaning. Yeah, when she's whipping up something, she's doing dumplings or whatever. I'm in there, I might get me a little bit of OJ. You feel me? I'm trying to get me some milk for my cereal. Yeah. She's like, yeah, listen, I picked up what, she's gonna, see that?
Yeah.
Or she's at the desk. Early. If anything, early, but not that I remember. I don't think it.
Do you remember how it made you feel?
I'm just trying to think whether it actually happened. But like, if there's anything, it would have been early and it would have been in that setting.
It doesn't have to be like a big thing.
No, but like I'm trying to think about how it made me feel. So I'm trying to obviously think about the scenario. I don't know, man. Me, you know me, man. I'm not really. I don't really like feel too much about certain things. I don't really like put too much stock in a lot of things that people say to me. Like if someone says something to me that is either like offensive or critiquing, it doesn't really like make me feel much.
But the thing that's different, I hear what you're saying. And I'm similar, like, unless it's paying my bills and stuff, you get me? You know I should pay mine. However, if it's about someone that you care about, then I think it's slightly different. Maybe in your case, it's like, maybe it was early on. No, it hasn't happened to me, but I was thinking, if it did happen to me, like, say, like, my mum pulled me up and was like, oh, like, it's like, I'm not gonna lie, like, some of the things that I've been seeing, like, you get me? She needs to change that. I think I'll feel a tap away a little bit. Like, what do you mean, bruv? Like,
well, you'd be defensive.
A little bit, but then also, like, maybe in the midst of, like, while mom telling me, I'll be a bit, like, defensive. Not like I'm gonna say anything. I obviously, like, hear what she's saying. Like, this is how it'll make me feel, in like a type of way. But then when I'm in the midst of my partner, maybe it'll be things that I didn't realize.
Yeah, you look out for it a bit more.
Yeah, then I'm starting to. Then I'm like, right,
Yeah. You know, my mama was mad about you.
She ain't putting enough seasoning in that.
Yeah. No, like I said, I can't remember. I can't pinpoint like if it's ever happened. Be like, no, it definitely happened. But I'm like, if it was going to happen, definitely. Yeah, I know my mom will be in that setting. Like, be like in that scenario.
Try to catch you off guard, did it?
Yeah. Easy. Like, but nah. For the most part, like I've never really had that. But that's a funny scenario though. That's one of those situations that like, what can you do in it? Like, parents are funny like that.
What about obviously you've been in a situation where you've gone into your partner's house.
Yeah.
And there's a dad there.
Yeah.
So you obviously naturally are brought up in a certain way where you have regard and respect in the way you carry yourself, etc. But then also there's like a conscious effort that you're making to make sure that he knows, as in your partner's dad knows that you get me, you're not some hood rat.
Yeah, 100.
You got morals, you got manners.
Facts.
You get me, you got responsibility.
Yeah.
So like, what are like some of the things that you consciously like did?
It has to be like, you know, like certain garments. Obviously, when you go into the household, taking your jacket off, taking your hat off if you have one on, making sure your shoes are off and put in a place where it's out of the way and where it needs to be, respecting the rules of the household as well. So like, once you find yourself a spot in the sofa and that, make sure you hold that down, but at the same time, make conversation. Don't be quiet. Don't be like stoic and just be like stealth, because then obviously all the quote unquote judgments or anything they may be pertaining to think, they're going to think it unless you give them something else to think about. Do you know what I'm saying? So if they already have a depiction of you and they might think something of you anyway, you not saying anything ain't going to help your case.
Yeah, because if it's bad, then you're not helping.
Yeah, you haven't changed it. So you kind of have to talk, like be more...
got to be a bit confident but respectful.
Confident but respectful, exactly. So you need to be able to have a conversation, be able to, you might understand that. Be able to have a conversation, be able to articulate yourself well, and that's something that obviously I've been able to do for a long period of time in my life, from when I was young. Be able to articulate, speak to loads of people of different ages, but being able to do that, but at the same time, show an interest in said female as well. So like actually like her, because that's another thing. A lot of the time, especially like in the coming ages of where we're going as well, if we're on the other end, we're looking at a boy that our daughter brings home, for example, and it just shows like I can't talk. Like, do you even like? Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't. Yeah. I'm not even getting a vibe. What are you here for?
But what type of things like are you doing to show that? Because for me, for example,
interest.
Like what? Though?
So for example, like knowing the things that she likes, knowing the places she likes to go. Anything like that. Oh, did you like buy her favorite book or something recently, or something like that? Something where it's like, seems like he actually like cares about man's daughter. You know what I'm saying? Rather than he talks about the night out they had last night and that's it.
Because some people would have taken that as like, you say showing interest in us, like like when she comes up, like hold her hand in front of.
No. See all of them things there?
That's
you can't be doing that type of thing there still.
Trust me, bro.
No,
it's bro. I can't even.
No.
However,
no chance. Hug up and all feel up. No,
yeah.
Too early, a big dog. Even now, I know. Even now, it's not that.
It's awkward.
It's not that still. Even if she wants it, you know when she's all on you and you're like, yo, relax, man. Pipe down, man. We're in the
doing too much.
We're doing too much. We're doing too. How greedy?
Trying to make me look bad, cuz.
Trying to make exactly. Trying to fuck up my character.
Trying to come for a hug up, get me leg up, head up.
Trying to mess up what I've built.
Kiss man for your dad. Are you sick?
Are you sick? Get off me.
I don't know what she.
Hey, Pops.
I don't know where she got that from.
I don't know what's got into her recently, Pops. She's wilding, man. She's never acted like this before.
What are you doing? Yeah.
You know I'm not like that.
What about like doing stuff around the house? I think that goes a long way.
It goes a long way, man. It goes a long way. Effort around the house definitely does help.
Yours is a bit interesting. Do you know why?
Talk to me,
because of his profession. You can't really like show off.
Brother.
You get me?
Brother.
You might go put up a little shelf and be like, what is that it?
Brother, I'll tell you this now, Johnny.
The stairs, I built that.
That is spot on. So basically, if you listen, put it this way.
Wait, but let me show, because for me,
go on, rap.
That's my ways of like showing. You get me like a little DIY around now. I could do that.
Bro, Charlotte knows so much. Like Charlotte knows better. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Charlotte knows these things. She knows the certain materials. All these. I can't even show off like that.
So what? You're asking for a screwdriver, yeah? It's like, let me get the flathead. Yeah, you're gonna need the flathead.
Yeah, I'm like,
I need a what?
How she know that, bro? She's telling us the proper. She's saying Phillips. You know what I'm saying? She's using the proper terminology of certain things. Like she knows this. So obviously, you're right. Like in that realm, I can't even show off like that because I do know a decent amount. Yeah. But come on, bro.
But that's his profession.
Yeah. This is what Pops does. Pops makes staircases and shit. But Pops makes like bookcases.
You gotta start getting Charlotte to like burpees for no reason. Like, for no reason. Get me
show up in some gym shit.
Trust me.
crazy,
Turn
bro.
up with a stopwatch.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because like, yeah, definitely do. But doing things around the house, like all jokes aside, like, even like for example, as of recent doing this gender reveal stuff, yeah, we have to build something, bro. Pops is just there and said, "Yep, put this together, put that together." Blah.
Yeah.
I don't even have to think, bro. I'm just just making it. But like, in theory, if it was just me dolo, I'm getting the instructions out. Maybe, do you know what I'm saying? I'm figuring some stuff out. Pops is
YouTube
just there
that.
like. I'm like,
So what are you doing though? Because you gotta, in that situation, you gotta be like on it.
Yeah.
You get me? You can't show no like
No weakness.
lethargic behavior. Like you get me? We're gonna need a screwdriver. Yep, right here. Go ahead. Yeah,
Good, yeah.
What
Hey
next?
man, whip that out of my pocket,
Trust
man.
me.
I'll stay with it.
You get me? See
Stay with it.
steam coming out of it. Like man, just use it just for like 5 minutes.
No,
or
it's funny like that. But no, that is one of the things for the general public. Yeah, like man, them like young, like 17, whatever. If you listen to this, yeah, like genuinely doing things around the house, whether it be putting up something, putting up a chair together, something like that, showing your ability.
Do you know
to be able to
what?
do that
Yeah,
helps.
alright, let's list top 5 things that you can do if you have a partner in their house to show their parents, their dad, whatever, that
You can handle things around the house. and
you're a man.
You're a man
responsible.
around this. You're responsible.
So for me, no particular order.
Yeah.
So obviously you've mentioned like doing like DIY stuff if there's a need.
Yeah.
Taking the bins out.
But I was about to say that. I was just about to say that. But on top of that, yeah, and something that I can actually, I can show a little bit of my manlyhood is cars.
Yeah.
So
what about cars though?
Taking care of cars. So whether it be changing the tire outside the house, washing the cars, like things like that, where it's like you're handling that scenario is good because you see the garden and
Garden.
yeah, garden's another one. But you see the garden and like putting up DIY stuff in the house. Yeah, Pops has got that on locks. See the garden thing, he's got that on wraps.
Well,
Raps. He's out there mowing and he's out there handling business.
depends.
Now it's cool, but like, bro, he puts up fences like the shed.
Oh, for you.
Yeah, for
Oh,
me.
okay,
I'm
cool,
talking
cool,
about
cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I can't even
Say,
get
man
in
got
that.
the garden. He's like, is that a tree house?
they had a hammock back there one time.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, cool.
Man, I wanted to build
Got
a
it.
birdhouse, yeah. I came out, I saw a hammock. Like,
I said, no,
man, I'll just give it to your neighbour.
it's
Like,
fucked up my whole plan. But no, in the car realm, that's where I can
Yeah,
shine.
yeah.
That's where I shine still. I'm in
Okay.
the whip with it.
what
'cause
else? Alright, cool. So we've got
taking out the bins,
DIY,
DIY in the household,
garden,
garden,
car,
washing the whip, taking care of the whip, making sure all in the whip,
car
all
maintenance.
changed.
You get me? All down.
Make sure that
that shit's all down. Alright, what's
Um,
the last one you put on that list?
I'd say the last one, man. I don't know. Last one. I don't know, man. That covers a lot, you know.
Yeah.
That does cover a lot. When we start going to realms of like cooking or like cleaning and that.
No,
that's the
cooking
other-
is a bit brazy.
That's what I'm
I won't
saying.
lie, cooking is a bit brazy. Like,
But I can't lie, Pops throws down too, you know.
I know, but like
throws
another
down.
man cooking in your crib, that's a bit mad.
No,
I
it's
won't
not-
lie.
No, it is mad.
That's just doing too much.
Listen, I've never been there before.
That's
I've
doing
never
too
done
much.
it.
You
But
get
I'm
me?
just saying.
You can cook in your crib and like you
Yeah,
do take
yeah.
like you get me.
But
Take away.
yeah,
and
I've
that.
never done that. But what I'm saying is that Pops throws down. So it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know whether he values that where it's like, no, if you can throw it down, it's a good pattern. So, but most men probably don't really value that like that or clean. But I don't know, man. For me, Cam, for me, it might even be just something where it could just be your general etiquette around the house, man. Whether it be like, if you're sitting down and like 2 women walk in, whether it be a sister, mother, auntie, you get up. And it's just like, yeah, do you want to sit? Like
Yeah.
stuff like that, where it's like, okay, cool. That's what you notice. But if you're the only man sitting down, there's 2 other women standing up in the living
that's a
room
bit
where we're
crazy.
rapping. That's crazy work.
That's a bit brazy.
You're even for Pops.
I got
If
one.
Pops walks in,
got
yeah, Pops, yeah, you can sit down if you want. Offering that
I got
at least. Go on.
Shopping. So
Go
like,
on
if
then.
let's say
Well,
you're at the house and say Mumsy
Mumsy's come through, yeah, bringing the shopping in.
You
Yeah,
got-
yeah,
you
I
got-
know that. Yeah. No, because that was one where 100. I've done that plenty of
And I'm
times.
telling you, man, them. if
Yes,
you're
Mumsy,
doing
I'm
this,
here. Yes, Mumsy.
Brownie points, bro.
Brownie points. Bro.
Brownie points. Different.
Different gravy. That's different gravy. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Them, especially if you're under the age of 25, listen to this valuable drip we just giving you. Still, there's certain man 24 sitting at home watching this right now, thinking, "Wow, man's gonna this weekend when I pull up, yeah, man's patterning up correctly."
And do you know what's so mad? all of these things are things that eventually should be like a normal thing in your own house.
Yeah.
Like you're basically showing that once you two start living together, like there's certain things that like the house will be patterned from a man's perspective. Like, cool, your shopping needs to get carried, the bins need to get taken out, little DIY stuff, and you don't need to do too much. Like, you might not be an expert at crazy stuff, but something simple is like changing the light bulb, shelves,
straightening up a door.
You
like,
get
you know, on
me?
the hinges and the hinges, little, just
changing
up,
the door lock, like
Yeah.
just all little stuff like that. Gardening, like if you got a garden and it's looking crazy, you're like, brother, like you get me. So all of these things, I think, eventually it just shows that when you guys get your own place, like you can look after your own place. Same way, like the mums want to know how homely women can be.
So let's touch on that one then.
Go on then.
What can the woman do to show mumsy that she can take care of her home?
This is interesting.
Top 5 things, Johnny.
Top 5.
Top 5.
I think
We know the number one.
Number
let's be
one's
honest.
cooking.
We know the number one.
it's cooking, bro.
We know the number
You
one.
gotta show
You can chef something.
that you can chef.
But both sides.
Yeah.
Let's talk football terms. Let's talk
Okay.
football. You got to be able to do the
Come
pretty,
short,
the pretty
go long.
work. You got to be able to pass and move, pretty work, tiki
Gotta be able
taka.
to get stuck
But you
in.
also got to be able to go long.
Yeah.
You also got to be able to do the short.
So what you say? You gotta be able to make like a little chicken wrap or something.
Yeah, such.
She needs to know how to get the oxtail.
100%. She needs to know how to
She needs to know how
slow
to get
cook,
the
slow
slow
roast.
cook.
Yeah,
You get me?
seasoning's right. Season the day before, 2
yeah.
days maybe.
Say marinate.
Marinate. You need to be able to. You know what I mean? Like you need to be able to do both sides of the coin. Do the pretty stuff, but also do the hard work.
You do the stuff that you gotta do that on the training ground before you bring it
Yeah, 100%.
bring it to the game.
Yeah. Set pieces, everything.
Number one. That is number one.
That's number one. Let's be honest.
Number
Let's be
2,
honest.
equally as important.
Let's have it right, Johnny.
Equally as important. You get me? Like this is there's no game plan without the right players. This is what it is. Like you might want to play this formation, but you ain't got the personnel.
Rap to them.
Cleaning.
Cleaning is vital.
Cleaning.
Cleaning is vital.
You got to show that.
It was close to top to
It's
number
close.
one. It's
Very
close.
close.
Very
Yeah.
I thought Jay-Z was gonna be number one.
Listen, you could for something. If you go to Spain, it might be number one.
No,
But
100 exactly.
The Premier League,
Yeah,
is a different intensity.
It's a different intensity.
But cleaning is up there,
It's
bro.
up there.
You
You got to be able to show the inside and the outside.
100%.
You got to be able to do the dirty work.
Yeah.
Dirty work. Get on your hands and
Get
knees.
on your hands and knees.
Literally, bro.
Get Henry out.
Get
You
Henry
me?
out.
Get
You
busy.
me? Start dusting out. You know when you're hoovering, you got to be up. Bro,
But
you got
you got to do that proactively as well.
100%.
You can't. It's not a case of this place is a bit
Can't be
messy.
reactive.
Yeah.
You must be proactive.
Yeah, got to be on
Prevention
your
is better
toes.
than have to
Got to
be
be on your toes. Can't be flat-footed.
Yeah. Your touch has to be sharp.
Yeah.
Have to
Told you one touch out your feet. You
Out your
got to
feet.
dispatch it. You get me?
Distro.
Know where you're going before you take your penalty.
Facts. You have to look up.
Don't change your mind.
Have to look up. I check your shoulder as well.
Yeah.
Check your shoulder.
Yeah. Number 3. What's number 3?
Number 3. Now this one.
Mm.
This one's one of the favorites. It can never be number 1, but in the hearts it should be.
What's it?
It's got to be making sure, making good and sure
Yeah.
that this might come under cleaning. It might, by making sure the clothes is ironed and prepped.
Listen,
Listen,
in terms
bro,
of what?
I'm
In terms of
telling
what? No. Speak. Talk
Because
to me.
listen,
Talk to me.
because
Teach me,
listen, how many years have gone by when mumsy's on that ironing board putting in that paint? Years, Johnny, in preparation for the week. Because you see,
But it depends. Let me break
you know
it
what
down
I'm saying?
for you.
Rap to me.
Because it depends how you like to set your team up. Because, sometimes some people are like, before the goal kick's even taken, they like their defender split.
Yeah,
Fullbacks on the halfway line.
I'm saying.
You get me? But some people like to do it in
Clears.
transition.
What long?
Some people are like, as a keeper's now kicking, squeeze. You get me?
As we
Catch
work.
the strikers offside. So it depends. Like for me personally, I iron on demand, just because I like the way my clothes feel when I freshly iron them.
Yeah.
So I don't do the whole beginning of
Don't
the
do
week.
prep.
No, I don't do no prep, fam.
Prep
I don't do no
is
prep.
vital, man. Prep is vital. Well, what would you put at number 3 then?
Number 3,
Because remember, we
No.
got cooking and cleaning.
laundry.
But that's what I'm saying. Washing clothes, does it come in the cleaning? Because I was gonna
Laundry,
throw that.
innit?
I was gonna throw that in there. I was gonna throw that in there with the iron.
Yeah,
you
so
got to wash and dry and iron.
Laundry.
Wash and dry and iron.
Yeah. So again,
I think we're on the same page.
Same
on that.
page, same
I think
end
we're on the
result.
same- Yeah,
Just different tactics.
Yeah, that's
different
all it
build-up
is.
play.
Just different formation.
Yeah,
That's all.
It's
That's
like
all.
a Liverpool and the Arsenal.
That's all it is, bro.
Yeah.
It's the same shit. It's just different. It's like
different.
4-2-3-1
Yeah.
and 4-3-3.
Yeah.
It looked the same, but it's
It's
just a little bit different.
Slightly different.
Yeah,
Works
so laundry at 3 then.
Yeah,
We'll go
laundry.
laundry at 3.
Yeah.
It all works. It all works. But I think that's important. Because you got the cleaning, you got your Dettol, you got your hoovering, you got to making sure the tabletop is shining, the windows and that, the mirrors is all set up. That's cleaning. But when it comes to the laundry work, that's a different ball game.
Yeah.
That's a different ball game still.
Get me.
Some people can have that without this.
Yeah.
And it's important that you got that.
We've got 4 and 5 left.
Wow, 4 and 5. There's a lot there.
Yeah.
You know what's mad? And this is to show Mumsy. This ain't really to show you. This is to show Mumsy that you're of par. Now, in the household,
So
do we come under the household?
you know you got cooking and you're talking about prep work,
I'm listening.
but there's a step before cooking, bro. You missed it. I don't know if you want to put it under cooking. Again, it depends on
If he's
what
got
type of formation you
what,
like
it's a
playing.
shopping thing.
It's the shopping thing. It's the making sure the ingredients are.
So the ingredients are
available.
lively. I think you know what? As we put laundry and cleaning in,
Together.
we might have
that
to
on-
do
put
the
that
prep
there.
with the shopping's
Okay.
involved.
So that's a set piece variation.
yeah.
Say
That's
nothing.
a set piece variation. Still.
Alright.
These are options here.
Yeah, but it's worth being. They can play it short.
Yeah.
They can play it long. You just got to be aware.
The thing is, when it comes to the shopping, the ingredients are vital.
Very valuable.
Anyone could go shopping. Anyone could go shopping, but the ingredients,
It's what you get. It's what you buy.
it's what you choose. Your choices are vital.
What you buy.
So 100%, we have to put shopping on there. When Mumsy opens up, because that's what's gonna happen. You're in that home, you got your house together, you all lot together, blah blah. Mumsy comes home, and she comes into the house and she's like, "Oh yeah, this is nice. Oh yeah, nice sofa, blah blah." She's gonna open up the cupboard, and when she opens up the cupboard,
So what you said? It's got noodles.
oh what is this? What you lot eating?
No hard food. No
Is that what?
ingredients.
No ingredients. I don't want to see food. I want to see
I don't
ingredients
see
to make
ingredients,
food.
You get me?
Do you know what I'm saying?
No microwave food.
I'm not trying to see pizzas in there.
Frozen
I'm not,
pizzas.
I'm not trying to see all of that. My son ain't eating this. I'm not trying to. Does that make sense? I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see nutmeg. You feel me? I'm trying to see nutmeg.
Nutmeg is serious.
I'm trying to. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see
Nutmeg.
thyme.
I'm trying to see what's this one?
I'm trying to
The mild
see.
puree.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Puree,
see.
however you like say.
However you want to
Get me.
cut your lemons.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see lime. I'm trying to see garlic, onion.
Garlic,
Yeah.
ginger.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is what I'm trying to see. I'm not trying to see certain things. I'm trying to see paprika. I'm trying to see Dunn's River seasonings.
Say all purpose.
All purpose. Multiple packs of all
Jumbo.
purpose. And 2 of them are open.
Maggie's. I'm trying
Yeah.
to see.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see gravy granules. I'm trying to see stuff. I'm not trying to come in there and see just biscuits and cookies and shit and Oreos and that. You feel? I'm not trying to see crisps. I'm not trying to see
Soft drinks.
them bear crisps or something. Pull them bear crisps or something. What's that bear crisps?
Bro, I don't know what's it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to see that. I'm trying to see nutritious stuff in there.
Substance.
Yeah, Mumsy's not trying to see no joke thing.
Substance. All right, last one.
That's a big one.
That was a big one.
That's
yeah.
a big one.
That's a whole
100%.
That's a whole set piece routine right
Yeah,
there, bro.
no facts.
Last one.
Last one, number 5. Top 5 things that that Mumsy know that the missus is right in the home. It's a tough one, you know. 5 is rough. 5 is definitely rough.
Now, all right, let's
Because you know what I've been before you get into it.
Go on.
You know what was been on the front of my mind. It's how the missus treats you inside the home. I know I'm not saying it is number 5, but I think it's an honourable mention. How she treats us, how they treat us around that home is equally as important.
I was gonna say mine is like you flip the coin, you got heads. The tails, mine will be the tails. Mine was like how she carries herself.
Well, there you go. I think that is where we're at with that.
Yeah.
Because that was on the front of my mind for a while. It was gonna be number 4. 'Cause I was thinking to myself, how she treats me. Does she, when I'm sitting down, I'm doing whatever I'm doing, whether it be I'm on the laptop and work, does she come around and just give me a drink?
Show care, yeah.
what I'm saying?
Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Have you eaten?
Have you eaten?
What would you like to eat today?
Exactly. Oh, your clothes are folded on the side. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh, you going training later. Oh, so there's conversations are being had where she's looking after man whilst I'm grafting, whilst I'm doing
She's
whatever.
being your support system.
Exactly.
Showing she can support, man.
Yes. If Mumsy sees those things, similar to me going and getting the food shop and helping your Mumsy, the same thing here. Are you making sure man's thirst is quenched whilst I'm working on the laptop at home? You know what I'm saying? Making sure I'm up my belly.
I think I got number 5.
Isn't that number 5 though? Was that honourable mention?
That's an honourable mention.
Talk to me.
You got to actually get along with Mumsy.
I'd say the reason why I'll probably put how she carries herself and how she treats us, like the man in the household, I'll probably put that above that. The reason why I put that above that is because we didn't say that about how they get along with the pops.
No, but it's different.
Which is important.
You got
because both of them are equally as important.
But we said like no, we didn't say, but you did mention kind of like being able to speak,
talk to them.
But remember,
part of that.
Women don't talk as much as women. Like
women talk.
We can be in the room and we can have a few words.
It's a good point, and I'll tell you why it's a good point. Because I called Charlotte earlier, and she didn't answer my phone call. I was like, cool. 10 minutes later, she called me back and said she was on my phone to my mum. So it gets like that. Yeah. It does get like that. They talk every day. So I get that.
You got to be able to have that dialogue.
Yeah. The rapping is important. It's vital. And it works in terms of when you're in that relationship 8, 9, 10, 15 years. Yeah. The Mumsy and the missus, they rap still. They rap. But yeah, I think we gave him a lot of value on that one there.
Right, that one there.
That was a lot of value. We was podded.
That one there, top 5.
Top 5 was crazy.
Top 5. There's a lot of gems in there.
There's a lot of gems in there.
Man, them who are starting their journey, women who are considering starting their journey. Yeah. Do you know what it is as well? Because I'm not going to lie. I speak to some of my homegirls and they're like, they're at that stage where they feel like they're ready to settle down. Yeah, like, cool. Like, Johnny, I won't lie. Like, you got any friends for me? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, listen, it's you got to put yourself out there. You get me? You got to put yourself out there. But there are certain signs that man then will start seeing. When a guy is ready to settle down and like take a girl seriously, he does it based on like certain signs that he sees in it, like, and he starts thinking a lot more long term. Do you get me? Like, rock, is she's showing the signs long term that I would like to see in a house. And some of these signs that we mentioned in terms of like having a conversation, you ain't never ever brought up that you know what do you get up to today? Oh, you know today I cooked for the family. Man's never heard that, bro. Yeah. He's now having question marks. Like, hold on, wait. Could she cook?
You know when you're at the front, when you're playing FIFA and you lean forward a little bit.
You get me?
Wait, what?
What is she?
Is that what's going on?
I never heard, but the more you hear, you go, what are you doing today? I just cleaned up. You get me? I had to do some cleaning. It's like, okay. Yeah. What are you doing today? Oh, just done some shopping, you know.
Exactly.
Okay.
And get some food bits and that.
You get me? Like, these are the things. I think, I'm not gonna lie, like, for me personally, you're thinking, nah, she's wifey material. Yeah. On top of like obviously being a good person and having good morals. Yeah. You get me, sharing the same like sort of ambition.
You got to show these things where you're actually doing things not because you have to, but because you want to. And I think those are the differences. A lot of people, a lot of women, of course, they go food shopping or they go these places and they have to clean up and stuff. But sometimes they do it because it's like it got too messy. They have to clean up just to find some shit. Whereas you got people that are like, nah, I want to switch this up. I want to go and do this on. They want to go get food shopping, not because they ain't no food in the house. There's food in the house, but because I want to make this type of meal, I'm going to go food shopping and I'm going to get some extra bits just in case. Yeah. Those are the types of things we're talking about. Yeah. Don't get it mixed up or get it misconstrued.
Get me, 100%. 100%. Yeah. Listen, man, well, you want to end it here?
I think we'll end this one here.
Episode 210.
100.
Those are some gems right there.
That's value. That's value for you.
Hope you guys made notes because, listen, man.
Get your notebook out.
It's going to go a long way. It's going to make you see a lot clearer.
100%.
Get me? These are verbal glasses right here. Verbal glasses.
Don't let it go over your head.
Don't let it go over your head.
Real spill.
It's been your boy, the one and only J-O-O
straightening.
And as I said, I most definitely made sure I left it with something.
I mean, that's your boy Nicholas D. Harvey, a.k.a. Mr. Straight No Chaser, a.k.a. Sweeps. Don't worry about me, man. Worry about your blood clot credit score, your social credit score, your financial credit score, and your personal credit scores. Please do it for the rest of the year. The game's in trouble. Started off small, now they're paying me double.